Hey, go and get it down. Go and get it down right about now.
What is up, Shakers and Groovers? Shit Show Disco here. Now today we are joined by the one, the only, Clarity. How are you, my girl?
I'm good. How are you going?
Oh, just super. Now you may be wondering, guys, where I am, why I'm not in my little studio at home. We are in the beautiful Brisbane city. I've made the trip up to chat to a few Brisbane artists. So yeah, Claire, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Oh, just so good. Now, me and Claire have personally known each other for probably...
So long.
Like 12 years?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Oh, I was trying to think about this the other day. I think 2011?
Yeah, wild. It's just little babies.
Yeah.
Little babies. We used to work at Move World together before either of us were in this crazy thing we call the music industry. Now, Claire, can you explain to the people what exactly
What
you
I
do?
Oh, man. I've done a lot in the music industry since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I started off as a dancer. A lot of girls do, I suppose, when they hit 3 or 4, get put in a dance class.
Yeah.
I was
bopping
around and Mum was like, yep, you can have her. So I think that was like, it just progressed from dance to like singing. I started singing. I worked in cover bands. Started writing. I was like in a rock band for a short time.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the rock band.
That was when I met you, actually. That was like 3 or 4 years. And then learned how to DJ. And it's like sort of stuck now. That's sort of what I'm pushing at the moment.
So where are you playing at the moment?
I am a resident at Eaton's Hill.
Yeah, so probably like just...
Brisbane. You could probably see it. It's kind of in a bit. But yeah, that goes off. That's sick. Yeah. I've been there for about a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah, cool.
I've played at like Retros, Shooters, which is now Asylum.
Yep.
So I've done things here and there. Now during COVID, obviously, I haven't been doing much at all, like all of us. But yeah, just sort of working on my craft a bit at the moment and
just practicing,
sort of getting myself together as well at the moment, which is
working on your fitness.
My fitness.
I saw the post.
I
saw the post.
I sort of like. I realised during COVID, like goals aren't necessarily just career or money goals.
Yes.
And that's something I think in this industry, like it's so fast paced that you forget about it and you're always trying to like chase that perfect job or perfect coin and like...
That perfect set, all that. Yeah.
And so a lot of like personal goals just get pushed aside.
For example, eating healthy.
Yes.
Occasional fitness and stuff like that. Yeah, like stuff that we forget about because we're in bed at 3 o'clock.
Exactly.
In the morning.
And that takes a huge toll on your body as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, COVID hit and I'm like, cool, well, all of these goals are actually just important. So
to yourself as a person.
Yeah. Perfect time to start working on that.
That's very nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Always picking golden threads out of shitty situations, I guess.
Well, welcome to our podcast.
Yes.
It's the same thing. Now, how long would you say you have been DJing for?
Maybe 5 years, I think. Yeah, I started DJing like corporate events. Yep. It sort of went along with what I was doing at the time, which was working as a singer in covers bands.
Yep.
So there was a lot of corporate work going and I decided to start DJing so that I could give my voice a bit of a break and I could sort of like do double the work and make, you know, that extra money. I'd do a singing gig and then I'd like pack up my gear and I'd go and I'd DJ a club till like 3 a.m. Yeah. So I was like, money.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was so much fun. And I was like, yeah, living the dream.
That's sick.
That's kind of where I started. It's been about 5 years, I guess, and I sort of progressed to doing some venue stuff and then got into the clubs and that's kind of like it's so addictive.
It's
like
once it hits your lips, it's so good.
The dance floors and the vibes.
Yeah, we'll get to the no dancing in a second. Now, obviously, your name Clarity comes from the name Claire.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Now, is there what was the reason for that? You were like,
yeah, I hate coming up with like names.
Yeah.
That's sort of like. I like to think I'm creative, but when it comes to like names or like captions and stuff like that, I rack my brain for like way too long. And just at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I like it, but and then like 6 months later, I'm like, I hate it.
Yeah.
So I thought if I stuck with like something around my name, then I couldn't really hate it because it's my name.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard. I don't know. It's hard naming yourself.
It is, yeah.
It's like giving yourself a nickname. But it's like a business name.
Yeah.
It's like a DJ name as well.
Yeah, and then you have to explain it. People are like, why did you
Well,
choose
I
this
think
name?
there
It's
is
like, I
enough
have no cool story.
clarity in your name.
Yeah.
For them to be...
And I changed it instead of Y, I put it an I.
Yeah.
Because I'm like Italian and like that's sort of the language is like.
Oh.
Yeah, but now people just misspell it, which is like super annoying. I should have just run with the Y.
So when you are playing, if you were to play your gig or somewhere like for you, not just like a commercial gig or something like that, what's the kind of music you really like to push forward?
I don't know, man. I've played through so many different genres.
Yeah.
Whether it was in a band or DJing.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to pick one certain vibe and just be like, yeah, that's what I love.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and like I could play a retro set and be like, I love this, or like just complete like festival club set and love it just the same.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's really hard, and it's hard that like not having a niche sort of doesn't really define the artist that I am, which is kind of something I'm trying to figure out at the moment. But, yeah, I mean, like, I played the Eaton's Hill Foam party. Yeah.
And that was, like, big bass house and stuff like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I dropped, like, a really big festival set, which was something kind of new for me, but it was cool. And I kept a bit of, like, an urban flavour in the edits that I played. Yeah.
A little urban.
Yeah, because I think that's
like
what
Keith,
I enjoy
like Keith
listening
Urban,
to.
or?
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of country twang.
Nice.
Yeah, but I also like sometimes do like a bit of like live vocal stuff in my sets, so like, you know, do some like rap stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so like I like to keep that kind of R&B urban sort of flavour.
Yeah,
in my
sick.
club sets even.
That's mad. Yeah, no, it's very hard to like find your niche or your genre. I think.
Yeah.
I think even over COVID, like I've kind of changed and kind of it's just like. A lot of people try and push you towards something or book you with certain gigs for certain genres, and you just want to be like, I just want to do me.
Yeah.
And
but it's great being versatile as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's something I've sort of run with for most of my career, and it's paid off. So
it's paid off.
Yeah.
It's paid off indeed.
Yeah.
Now, can you remember being younger and kind of like the first time you heard music?
Oh, jeez.
I know, right?
That's a tough one. I don't have the best memory, so this is probably not a great question for me. But like I said, I got thrown into dancing, so I think generally music's always been a huge influence, like from a young age. Yeah. I remember like my mum and dad like always playing music. Yeah. And my dad used to like host parties and stuff and gatherings, so there's like always music.
Yeah, always something
going on.
Kind of
like
old
school like rock and roll type
sort
of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most mums and dads probably.
Yeah, absolutely. For our era anyway.
Yeah, hard.
But yeah. So I think like music's always been a sort of contributing factor to where I've been going.
Yeah, to everything you've kind of done.
Yeah.
Now, when you were growing up, what would you listen to? You know, like, primary school, high school. Bit of me wants to say when you're older, like Paramore or something like that. I feel like that would have been like
again, sort of flitted between like different genres.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was right into like R&B and stuff actually when I was sort of at school. Me and my friend like used to write from like the age of 16.
Wow.
So it was like we'd always just listen to like what was on the radio and stuff. It was super commercial vibes. Plus, like, growing up dancing, it's just, like, a lot of out-of-the-box stuff, like show tunes and, like, weird sort of, like,
Main Street
old-school
Movie
jazz.
World tunes and stuff like that.
Yes. The Superman theme song, just on repeat.
Yeah, so we met at Movie World. I know we spoke about knowing each other for a while, but that's where we actually
it was a time of my life that was interesting.
Believe it or not, she didn't play Wonder Woman. That's the biggest stitch up.
I auditioned for that.
Yeah, well, I call
6 foot tall over here, and even with my like 18 years of dance experience, didn't fit that perfectly shaped mold.
Far out! I'm trying to call that old mate's name, but I can't. Something Monroe. That's bullshit.
Marilyn. I auditioned for that as well.
No, the guy that used to run it, Broadway.
Christoph.
Broadway, something Broadway.
Christoph.
Yeah, you fucked up, man.
Look at me now.
Yeah, look at me now. Level 69. Looking over Brisbane.
Look at this view.
Now, can you recall growing up the first record or CD that was bought for you as a kid?
Yeah, the first CD was Michael Jackson, Dangerous.
Oh.
And at the same time, it was a Christmas present from my mum. Harry Connick Jr. She.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which, like, is actually such a great album.
Yeah?
It's so good. Like, The Big Parade.
Yeah. Front to back, just put it on and let it go.
So good, yeah. And because it was, like, the first CDs, man, they just got thrashed.
Yeah.
For so many months, I can't even remember.
Yeah, just on repeat.
On repeat.
That's so good. Now, you've played a lot of shows all over the shop. I played with you on Yacht Club for the fundraiser, which thank you for coming down and playing on that.
Pleasure. That was a good day.
That was a good day, hey. And then at the end, we just all went back to back and just, just went in.
It was fun.
Yeah, that was man. Actually, while we're there, how's everything going not dancing?
Not dancing.
Like not being able to...
Yeah.
Not you personally. I mean, like...
I'm still dancing.
Yeah, same.
Actually, I was working at Eaton's Hill a couple of weeks ago and someone complained about me dancing behind the decks. Yeah, she had an issue and she was like threatening to like video me and blah, blah, blah. It's just astounding.
That's so crazy.
So I'm still dancing. Sorry, I don't know if that's allowed.
Oh,
I'm
well, like, you gotta be in the groove.
Performing, it's fine, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, and just grooving. You have to sort of get in that vibe. But yeah, the no dancing thing does suck. Obviously, I'm like super thankful that I still have a job at the moment where a lot of people don't. But it does make it hard, like watching people get taken out of the venue just because they were like grooving, and it's like so unfair. Yeah, it sucks. Hey. Yeah.
I've had a few people speak to me like when I've been playing on Yacht, and some people understand, but some people just don't, because you get a certain demographic in some places and they think they're just like the next best thing to this world. And I've had to literally be like, hey guys, obviously I started DJing to not let anyone dance, and this is what I really want. So if you could please all just please, like, I will turn it up as much as you want if you can just...
That sucks for you. I've never actually had to do that spiel.
I got some dirty looks, some real dirty looks.
And it's so hard because like we're just trying to do our job and provide the best sort of entertainment that we can at the moment, and I think everyone needs to cooperate a bit to just get through the situation. But well,
at least on Eaton's Hill, like they play up, you can take them out on the yacht.
Yeah,
they can't go anywhere.
Throw them overboard.
It's like, can you swim? Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, and I know liquor licensing have been like out on a rampage at the moment.
Oh yes.
So you're kind of lucky that like unless you know they're aboard, they're not gonna just rock up.
I just think that someone will film something and
that's the thing.
It like
just can't trust people these days.
I was trying to convince the owners that they need to put everyone's phone in a Ziploc bag when they get on the boat and have like a COVID cruise and just make it a rave.
Yeah.
But they said no, so that is good on them because they're doing the right thing.
Yes.
Now, as I was saying, you've played heaps of shows all over the shop. Brisbane, Gold Coast, nightclubs, festivals, corporate. What is your favourite show you've ever played?
That I've played? Oh. I mean, there's a few. Because, like, you know, you keep sort of sentimental value sometimes with some of the things that you do. I played for Katy Perry a couple of years ago, which was awesome. What? It wasn't like her concert or anything. She was just... it was a launch of her brand at a Westfield, so I got to play before she came up, and I got to meet her and stuff. And that was like really cool.
Yeah,
she's like A-list celebrity.
Yeah.
So that's like the coolest person I've ever met. So I mean, that was an awesome time.
And it must have been pretty wild for her. Like
meeting me, I know. Right. She complimented my outfit, so I mean, that was cool. But yeah,
did you get a photo?
I did get a photo.
That's sick.
Yeah, she even took the selfie. She's really lovely, actually. She spent like an hour walking around and just talking to her fans.
That's so crazy.
Having these D&Ms, like people were like sobbing on her shoulder, like don't know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty impressive that she spent that time.
Yeah, that's wild. Hey.
Yeah.
Like an hour's like.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So good on her.
Good on her. It's good on her.
Yeah.
Well, what about any other big rages?
Phone Party was awesome for me. I mean, I'd just been with the Eatons family for under a year, and I got the opportunity to close after Will Sparks, so that was like amazing.
Wild.
Yeah. And Will's amazing too. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, so that was awesome.
Was that last year, was it?
Well, this year was the first
so January this year. Yeah. That's sick.
Yeah.
Was that so you think that was probably your biggest one to date? Like,
that's been my biggest. So this year I had some awesome plans in the woodwork, but COVID just completely shot all that to hell. So it would have been the first one of like a few. I just been signed to R&B Fridays.
Yep.
So I had like a bit of a tour.
Pretty small brand, eh? That's a pretty small brand.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It was really exciting, actually. Like I had all this cool stuff lined up this year, and it just sort of didn't get to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think one thing, like me and Brock from Together have been talking about is a lot of people are forgetting that it's not over. It's just we're pausing.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of DJs have been, you know, doing different things to try and grab gigs or do stuff, and you know, it's just they got to remember that
everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, but as well, like the industry's not over, so don't all implode on yourselves. Like
it is hard though.
Yeah.
Like as creatives, it's hard to not have that outlet, and then you start like second guessing yourself a bit, or like you get into like a bad headspace just because you don't have that outlet to express yourself. Yeah. But also, it's like when you're working on something for so many years, and you sort of get to a point, you're like, oh my god, like making this happen, and then you think like, what am I going to come back to? What's going to happen when I come back? So it's scary.
I think like even my biggest, we'll do our little confession, my confession box here after you brought that up. Jack Wilson confessions.
Tell me all about it, Jack. I'm here.
So the other day, I played at a house party. And it was sick. Like everyone was on fire. Yeah. It was for Halloween. Like everyone was on a vibe. And I started finding myself, oh fuck, what am I gonna play? Instead of just being like, oh, I'm here doing my thing. Yeah. I was like so worried about not
playing the right thing.
Not playing the right thing, and
gonna hate you.
Yeah, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm so not used to, or I'm so used to just kind of doing my thing, and it's all good. Yeah. But I was like, you
get in your head a bit.
Yeah, I was actually like, maybe what if I forgot how to make them dance? Yeah. And they're all here wanting to dance. Like, I can't just play Fisher every track.
What if they're so used to not dancing now?
Yeah.
They'll feel weird about dancing,
maybe.
And you're like, oh. Gonna happen.
I can't see that being that.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know, Jack. We don't know.
I just like try to explain to people. They'll be like, "So what is dancing?" I'm like, just don't move your feet. Like pretty much you can kind of like do whatever. But I find if you keep your feet still, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, like for the restrictions.
Yeah.
Currently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen people sitting down dancing get in trouble.
Oh.
Yeah.
Up here in Brisbane, it's just a different vibe.
Hard up here.
It's
a rough crowd.
We can just hang out down in Burleigh and Mermaid, and it's just a bit like low key.
Well, Mermaid, Burleigh, come on.
Now, you've obviously been to a lot of shows, seen a lot of artists. Are there any that really stick with you as ones that you've kind of gone, wow, what a show?
Sorry, is that really weird?
No, it was just...
Again, like, I've seen, like, so many different genres of music live. So, like, I saw Def Leppard, which was, like, really cool. Yeah. Like, they come out and, like, they're shirtless and just, like, strum with their instruments.
With the thing over the microphone?
Yeah.
The scarf or whatever? Yeah.
So that was, like, really cool. I've never been to a music festival. I'll just confess that now.
She gets booked at them.
So, yeah. Well, I've spent so many years, like, just working every weekend, so it's really hard to fit in a life. Yeah, actually.
100%.
I did see Calvin Harris in Vegas, which was, like, awesome at Hakkasan. Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been pretty
That was
rad.
around, like, the We Found Love sort of stage. So it was, like,
that's when it was
everyone was waiting for that, and then the confetti fell.
Yeah, that'd be mad.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. And Vegas.
Vegas is Vegas, yeah. Now, like you said, it does sometimes get in the way of your personal life, DJing. I think one thing that COVID's tried to teach me is that I really need to make an effort to take a Saturday off every so often.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Or a Friday off every so often. And because I've made a lot more connections doing this podcast and going out and seeing other people than I have probably in my whole career.
Yeah, right.
Just because, you know.
You get stuck doing things. And,
or like every DJ is playing. So you never get to hang out with DJs.
I know. Yeah. That's why, like, when there's, like, a festival thing happening or whatever, like, everyone's sort of, it's the only time you get to see anyone else. Yeah. I think it also causes, like, a lot of animosity. Yeah. Because DJs don't realise that, actually, Claire's actually a nice girl. Or, like, Jack's a pretty chill dude. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, usually it's like, That's kind of cliques, I think. So you hang around the same sort of, whether it's, like, the same people that work in that venue or whatever. So yeah, you don't get to see a lot of people.
Yeah, I think one thing that's happened down like the Gold Coast, because of a lot of the live streams that Together Agency have been doing, is they've just been opening it up to everyone. So everyone's just been hanging out at the one, like at Brock's studio on Friday afternoons. You've got like everyone from Sin Bedroom, you've got Elsewhere DJs, you've got, you know, people that play at the Pav, people that play down at Cooley, like It's been so cool just like meeting everyone and I don't know, just hanging out and it not being a competitive thing where you're watching them DJ and you're like, oh, what are they doing? Or,
how do I get into this venue?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it should be me.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of people have learnt during COVID that, you know, everyone has their own little, like you said, cliques, but more like, I don't want your gig at Sin City.
Yeah.
Or like, and they're like, well, I don't want your gig here. And we're like, perfect, let's be friends. Like, whereas everyone gets so kind of worked up.
Yeah.
You know,
it is a hard industry. Like, I think because there is always, there's going to be someone that'll take your gig. And I've been in that position before where someone's sort of come in and has taken work from me. And it sucks. And you don't want to be in that position, especially like, if you've shown like loyalty for years and stuff like that, and it can just like easily just
hard.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it does suck, but yeah, like you said, you do find that like a lot of our industry, everyone's like really chill, really cool to hang out with.
And it turns out you all have the same interests, which is music. I think people just forget.
Yeah.
Now talking about music, what's a song that you know that just
in the feels
just gets you in those feels?
Aerosmith.
Oh.
Don't want to miss a thing. Yeah.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Yeah, when that came out.
Yeah, made famous by the hit movie Armageddon. Bruce Willis. And the really attractive girl that plays
Liv
elf. Liz Tyler? Yeah, Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler.
Well, yeah.
His daughter.
Oh, is Liv Tyler his daughter?
Yeah.
From
Aerosmith, yeah. What's his name?
Tyler. No.
Steve Tyler?
No. Far out.
I should know this.
Anyway, yeah, so is that his daughter?
That's his daughter.
And the main song for the movie is... Okay, so for anyone that runs a trivia night, if that is not the best trivia question ever...
I thought that was like...
Common knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it probably is, and I'm just the idiot that didn't know it.
I'm just here to teach. So.
I'm just here to teach. Oh, man, but that is such a great track.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know why, though? It's, like, kind of sad, because at the time that movie came out, my dad got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, and because of the relationship between, like, Bruce Willis's character and hers.
So you were like little Liv.
I compared their relationship to my bond with Dad, and then that movie came out, and I was like... Cancer
was the asteroid. And well, yeah, like, that's wild. Like,
so yeah, can't listen to the song. This was such a great song.
Yeah.
But gets me.
Every time. Just.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
great.
fine now.
Yeah. That's why, just letting you know, guys. That's why I was able to make that joke about the asteroid. Like, they're all just like, what a prick. Now, what about songs you listen to at the moment? What are you into?
What am I into? House, I've usually got Spotify going.
Yeah.
Just whatever's like on the Spotify top 40 lists or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I don't listen to music a lot. I don't like to like oversaturate. Like when you're playing, I guess for other people.
Yeah, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights.
Yeah. I definitely don't listen to music on the way home from gigs ever.
Yeah, same.
My ears just need a rest.
I'm AM radio.
Yeah?
Everyone gives me so much shit. We get in my car and it's like, you're listening to Talking Sport with...
I'm not that bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that or podcasts.
Yeah, podcasts. I like to listen to podcasts too. But I think, I'm sort of listening to a bit of like house at the moment, sort of getting inspiration for my own sort of stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And what kind of stuff are we talking about?
Sort of like on a discovery sort of path at the moment.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And would you like to eventually sing over your tracks and stuff like that?
Yeah, well that's the goal. Like I've dabbled in production.
Yeah. Have
to say, it's not for me. I think it's like amazing. I had an amazing teacher.
Yeah.
But I just personally like, I want to be great at something straight away. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but like if I'd have started maybe 10 years ago, I would have been like totally keen to put in the work. But I sound like ridiculous now. No, but something that I have done since I was like 16 was like writing lyrical content, melodies, top lines.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and I want to have a role in the creative process, obviously, but I'm working with a producer that is like fantastic.
Yeah,
and
that's
what
unreal.
he can do in like an hour would take me a week to do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And also, all the stuff that you're doing is still so pivotal to the track.
Yeah.
You know, like there's only so many hats, kicks, and a bass line that can be put in a song, but you can put melody and all that over that, and it just...
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the end game.
That's it.
We'll see how we go.
Believe it or not, back in the day, we all used to go to a bit of karaoke down the the Grand Hotel. Hey, you and old Ashley Jarman, no one will know their name, but I do.
She'll be watching this too. Hi.
Yes, some people used to have a few more songs than others.
Actually, funny story. Do you know where I wrote most of my songs in the band time? Scooby Unload. Tunes unload. Sitting there waiting for those boats to come in.
So for anyone that doesn't know what that means, it's when you get off the ride and there's the person that's sitting there in the pitch black and they're just like...
To help you out of...
Don't forget your hat. Don't forget your sunnies. Yeah. Oh, vomit. Code brown.
Wasn't that a time?
Yeah. Oh, far out. Well, that'd be a whole nother podcast. That's if only you guys knew what little Jack and little Claire used to get up to.
Oh, those days where it would rain though.
Oh,
and I think we spent some time at Scooby together. Yeah, probably. And the whole ride would be shut down. And
you just stand out the front, just chilling.
Yeah.
Well, I remember shout out DT. He'd always do this thing when someone came up to talk to you. He goes, "Excuse me," and they go, "What? Excuse me?" And you just got to see how many times you can say "excuse me" before they just get too angry. But yeah, anyway, we've come to the time of the episode. You guys didn't think it was going to happen, but he's made his way up the M1.
Don't that thing at me.
We've got Silly Sausage here with Claire. We're going to see how Claire goes. Let's see what's happening here, guys.
65. Watch how I hold this. Okay. So.
It's going good. As long as you keep going. High school is 60, baby. This is going really good. Everyone's going to be so angry.
I'm just too good at it.
It's getting quicker, see?
You're on a roll. Your score is 40.
Fuck. That's huge.
Wasn't it 60?
Yeah, but that's from just my housemate Mitch being cooked one night. That's that's not from you guys. That could be the highest score. Fucking shout out to Claire.
I wasn't that good at it when we practiced though.
You've always just...
Shout out to, I don't know, adrenaline.
Shout out to... I'm just so hyped. That was great. How good was that? Yeah. Oh, honestly, Stevie's nearly killed me and he got to 32.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe I should bring it to my sets and just really throw them
instead of dancing. They're like, oh, tickets were pretty cheap to see this type of show. Now, if I was to go out to your car and we were to plug your phone in or turn on the radio, what would pop on?
Yeah, probably Spotify.
Yeah.
Actually, probably Sigala's new. Is it new? Lasting Lover. That track.
I'm not sure.
That kind of on repeat lately.
Yeah.
With James Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick tune.
Sick tune.
Sick tune, and his voice is so good. It's just rusty cream.
Hold on, did you say rusty cream?
Rusty cream. It's so smooth, but
deep heat?
Deep heat?
Yeah, because that's
it doesn't burn. Well, it burns my soul, maybe, in my heart.
Oh, far out. That's so good. Rusty cream.
Rusty cream.
I guarantee those two words have never been put together ever.
Until today, my friend.
That's so good. Now, if you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life,
maybe that one.
On repeat, would it be the Rusty Cream?
Oh, it'd be something creamy.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe equally as rusty too. I don't know. Maybe Paramore?
Yeah.
Let's
what
be
song?
honest.
Is that Paramore?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great song. I think, that album.
Cause it feels so good. That one, eh?
Great song, right?
It is
Is
a banger.
that like, do I get a whole album or literally just one song?
One song.
Oh, without being like super basic, maybe Decode.
Yeah?
That changed some things for me. That was like, that kicked off my rock band days.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was definitely inspired by that song.
Yeah,
That
nice.
led to a few years of good times.
Yeah, it'll get you through a few years of rusty cream.
Yeah, a few years of unload, that's for sure.
That's the thing, when we used to work, so I know this is a bit off topic, guys, but now,
Keep going back there.
but now everyone has like iPhones and things. There weren't
There's
iPhones.
nothing.
Like,
I remember sneaking though up into like Scooby lifts.
yeah.
Like my little flip phone. I
Yeah,
had Snake.
but it was really bright, and I remember that I'd get a call from AMAC. Shout out AMAC, and she'd be like, "Jack, I can see the light." I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, sorry." Or Jack, the button hasn't been pressed. Are you asleep? Oh.
I mean, like that was perfectly sort of safe for us to be paying attention quite there because, like, if something happened, the whole ride shut down. The lights came on.
Big lights came on.
Yeah, so. I mean, we weren't not doing our jobs.
We were 18 in darkness, in 70 foot in the air.
Do?
Like,
I mean,
what do you expect?
A few things, I guess.
All right, we'll save that for the Up Late show. Now, like you said, you did have a lot of plans this year. What are your plans for coming? What's coming for next year?
For next year,
yeah,
hopefully.
Hopefully. No, I can feel it. See that? Feel it?
You can feel it?
Yeah, it's there.
I've heard mixed reports. I've heard that, like, they're sort of revisiting it in December, and I've heard that, like, probably definitely not after Christmas even. Things will change. So, I mean, hopefully it gets back on track soon. But, plans are... R&B Fridays, I'll be doing some
it's very
touring.
Exciting.
Yes.
National touring?
Awesome. National touring. Yeah.
That's exciting.
I had some like Good Life shows booked, which was like going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I've just sort of signed with some management.
Lovely. Lovely. A trawling operation, I hear.
Trawling?
That's nice. Out off the coast. That's exciting stuff.
The coast.
Yeah. That's where trawling is. Out in the...
See what happens with that.
Yeah, that's exciting. Or maybe stay tuned for that, guys. I'd say definitely...
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to Claire's socials for all those...
exciting
things for the new year.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself as a brand? Pretty much releasing music, getting that going, Spotify, all that jazz.
Yeah, releasing, but mostly like writing, sort of like getting a lot off my chest. So doing that sort of creative process, doing some touring, just getting back into it.
Getting back into the groove.
It's so hard to think of like what I want to do when all I want to do is like what I was doing before would be perfectly fine at the moment.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. See what happens.
That's all very exciting stuff. Now, do you have any advice for any up-and-coming people that are trying to get into the industry? Obviously, scrap the whole everything that's going on right now in the world.
Yes. Pretend that life is as it was.
Yeah.
Definitely like be versatile, I think, is a big thing that's helped me get through because you never know when you're going to get a call up for someone who can't make it in or whatever. So being able to jump on a gig, be prepared, be versatile, support your mates. Like, there's a lot to say about just rocking up to someone's gig and meeting a few friends of theirs and you actually grow your circle really quickly that way. Plus, that could be the guy that calls you up to fill in for him one night and then you got a foot in the door.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So pretty much just always be prepared.
Be prepared.
And be lovely.
Be a nice person.
Yeah.
Be a really nice person, yeah.
That's
that goes a long way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, if you could pick any artist to cover another artist's song, like if you have a favourite artist and you said, I want you to do this like a version, what would it be?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's...
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a hard question. Yeah.
Because mine is, do you know the song by Robbie Williams, Rock DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the lyrics are like, don't get no head, no backstage passes, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if that was sung by Notorious B.I.G. It would be the craziest hip hop song ever in the world. But so that's what made me come up with the question.
I really don't know. Do people struggle with this question?
Yeah. This is normal.
This is a struggle for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't even like pre-planned anything.
There you go.
To sort of throw at you.
It's okay.
It's weird. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like, it's tough, like, working in, like, the cover scene for so long.
Yes.
Like, yeah. I've covered so many of people's songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what's your favourite song you've covered then?
My favourite song? I mean, like, I like to rap. I like to rap because it gets, like, such a good response from the crowd.
Yeah.
So all I do is win. I love to cover that song. Or Can't Hold Us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as this white girl starts rapping, people are like, damn! Just, like, completely lose their mind.
That's real sick. Now, if you could sit down with 3 people for dinner that you could get all the information off them and learn anything, alive or dead, who would they be?
Beyonce.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bit of Beyonce.
Yeah. I was actually talking to Nuz from the Koi Boys last week.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, who's he? I think he said Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, well, Beyonce would be there, obviously. And he's like,
oh, it's a package deal.
Yeah.
Maybe Solange as well.
Yeah.
Bring the whole family down.
Yeah, because he was on The Voice and obviously his mentor was Kelly.
Yeah.
So he's like, so technically, like, she should already know about me. And I just...
Yeah, you'd think so, right?
Yeah, far out.
Yeah. So, yeah, Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Christina, probably.
Oh.
She was a huge
influence.
She's like, she's amazing.
Hold on. So the Christina that was like, you are beautiful. Or the Christina that was like, I'm dirty.
Both.
Both?
Yeah. Good girl on the street.
Yeah.
What's the saying? Freak in the bed.
Yeah.
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 I want a bit of both.
What is it? Lady in the streets, freak in the sheets.
Sounds much better than me stumbling through that. Thank you.
Yeah, and you got one more seat.
Okay. Paris Hilton. I respect her.
Yeah.
Whatever anyone thinks about her, she's a businesswoman to the core.
Yeah. So apart from businesswomaning, I've got a little confession to make.
Yes.
I came across the what is it? The Secret Life? No, what's her show? Simple Life.
Yeah.
We found it on Amazon Prime every season.
Yeah, I'm scared to watch
and we've gone deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching.
I wanted to watch it, but I was afraid of what everyone would think of me.
Nah, well, here you go. I've unboxed it for you.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. Like,
she plays the game. She does it well.
So, obviously, you guys, you'll look it up, and a lot of you might not know what we're talking about because it was from a while ago.
Is it that old?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like 15 years ago now, something like that. Yeah. And they, her and Nicole Richie go and live out with like a random family in Hicksville, in the middle of America.
And have tasks and
chores. And she has a little dog with her, but my favourite bit was she just goes and starts breaking all these guys' hearts in the cities.
What?
Yeah, like, and the guy she stays, or like the family she stays with has like a 17-year-old son. And she's all like, oh, hey. And you can just see this poor little kid's like, hormones are just... And this one episode, this girl breaks up with the boy, so Paris and Nicole decide to go to a house party and like confront this chick. And they're all sitting there like holding his hand and playing with his hair. It was just... Like, I'm watching this, I'm just like, they're going to ruin this kid's life. They're never coming back to this town. Like, they're never coming back. And then we looked it up, and the family got paid, I think it was $3,000 for the show.
Did they get paid?
Yeah, for nothing.
Family.
Well, just for them to live there, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, if you want to watch a ripper of a show.
Yeah, better than the Kardashians.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, she was Kardashians, or Kim was her.
Yeah, that's how Kim became... I guess.
That's wild, hey?
Paris. Yeah.
Wild. Now, we are finishing up. Thank you so much for coming on today.
I've got something for you.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I don't want to say that. This is
what? Oh! A bag!
Bag.
Oh, Claire. Oh!
Has this been done before?
Yes.
I feel like it should be done like in every...
Look at this, hey?
I legit tried to find the shittest shirt that I could find.
Oh, man.
It's from Lowe's.
Now, this just screams yacht club.
It's a Hawaiian.
It's a dad large, too. It's a dad large, for sure.
It can't fit properly.
That's so good. How good's that, hun? You know what? I'll be sending you a picture of me on the yacht club.
Please.
Rocking this. That is sick. Hawaii, National Park, Hawaii. What a vibe.
What does it say? Is it offensive at all?
No. Oh. It says Hawaiian ukulele instructions. That's sick. Thank you so much, hon. That's radical.
Pleasure.
Oh, now, thanks, guys, for tuning in today, hanging out with me and Claire. I just find it so hard to call you DJ names. I've known you for so long. Now, is there anything you want to say to the people? Do you want to tell them where you're playing, what's coming up, what's going on?
I'm playing at Eaton's Hill every Saturday night.
Yeah, every Saturday night?
Yeah, that's where you'll find me. What's coming up, we'll have to see what happens with these restrictions, but definitely stay in touch with my socials.
Yeah.
Check me out and I'll keep everyone updated on this exciting news.
And where can they get you on your socials?
DJ Clarity.
Yeah.
At everything.
Yeah, at everything?
At everything.
Yeah.
Instagram.
And she will be headlining at Eaton's Hill on New Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve, yes.
So I'm going to say probably getting quick because it'll be a ticketed event. Probably.
It's going to be huge, yeah. Halloween is huge there.
Was it?
Yeah. It'll be massive.
That's sick.
Even if there's restrictions, if they stay the same, it'll still be massive.
Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, thanks heaps for joining us today up in the beautiful Brisbane.
Thanks for coming up to my hometown.
Yeah, hey, it was a lot easier to come up here and just hang out.
Yeah, for the view. Totally worth it.
Hang out for the view. Got a new shirt. Hey, it's new sausage record.
We're ready to party now.
Bit of me wants to. Once again, guys, thanks heaps for joining us on The Music That Made You. This is Clarity. Have a lovely rest of the night. Cheers.
Thanks.
Woo!
Where's the camera?
Sorry, it's up there.
I've been looking
I know, I just saw you.
the laptop.
I only just realised you were doing that. I don't think it'll matter, to be honest.